Hi everyone, Linda here again with you from Gumnut Lane Jewellery. This week I've got a lovely little pair of hoop earrings for you. I hope you really enjoy it. I think they're beautiful, and they're easy to make. There's not a lot of fussing around with them or anything like that. This is a pair of earrings I'm talking about. These ones have got a carnelian gemstone in them. The ones that we're making today have a little rondelle crystal in them. So if you'd like to learn how to make these earrings with these really cute little ear wires, then just stay with me. I'll grab all my supplies together and we'll get going. And also too, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give me a like. And if you haven't subscribed and you enjoy it, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I put out a tutorial each week. So anyway, I'll get back with you when I've got all my supplies together. Okay, so let's get started. I've got a piece of 20 gauge wire here, and I've cut 15 centimeters, which is, I forgot to look at that beforehand, about 6 inches. So 20 gauge, 6 inches. I'm just going to get this nice and straight now. Give it a straighten. There we go. So that's a nice piece of straight wire now. I'm going to grab my round nose pliers and I'm going to guesstimate the middle. You can measure it if you like, which would be 7.5 centimeters. That looks roughly the middle to me. I'm just going to bend that over my round nose pliers now and bring it around. Pulling the sides out so you get a nice crisp loop in the middle. Like that, so it should be looking like that now. Placing my plier back in. Like that, and I'm just going to bend these, if I can do this under the camera. Yeah, here we go. Bend these up alongside, so they're coming alongside each side of the plier there. So it should look like that. Now then you can come in and correct those, get them nice and level with each other. And also play a little bit with the wire, just getting it nice and straight. So we want it to look like that, like the bottom of a safety pin. Okay, then you're going to cut off 90 centimeters, which is about 35.5 inches. I've already pre-cut mine, of 28 gauge wire. Going to bring those ends up together and then come down and find the middle there. We're going to place it on top of our wire frame here, and the top side here we're going to wrap around 6 times. It's 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then just bring it up so it's basically 6.5 wraps is what you've done. Okay, I want to bring this wire down nice and neat down there, and then I'm going to push these up. And put that one out of the way. Such a long piece of wire to work with. And then I've got some little crystal beads here. I'm using crystal beads. I don't normally, if you know me and you follow my channel, you know I always use gemstones, or 99% of the time I use gemstones. But I just wanted a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of, I don't know, fun. And also too, one of the main reasons is because it's so much easier to see the holes. I made a pair yesterday with gemstones and I was chasing beads around the mat trying to find the hole. And I didn't want to do that in a demonstration. But also to this particular colour green, I can't think of what it's called now, just looks absolutely beautiful with copper. So that's my reasoning behind that. Okay, so we're going to this wire here that we haven't coiled yet, so it's coming from this side over to this side. I'm going to pick up one of my beads and see how easy that popped on. I love that. Bring it down to the frame, and then holding on. Now, if you have troubles holding on, you can always use a pair of pliers. I know there's a lot of people with dexterity problems, you know, arthritis and whatever else. Make it easier on yourself. Just hold on to that little safety pin part there that looks like the bottom of a safety pin, and then just wrap. So we're going to do 6 around this side as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Push those up before I get too far. So that's 4, 5, and 6. And then bring it back up through the center again for 6.5 times. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to push those coils up. Always trying to keep your shape with these two. Actually, what you can do, and it's a good idea, and I did it with another pair, is before you start wrapping, I totally forgot about it, is to just put this on your block, not this part here, so have that block off to the side, and with your rubber hammer, just give these a hammer just to strengthen them up, to make it a little bit easier for your wrapping. Okay, so I've got those, push that up a little bit tidier, Linda. Okay, try and keep those wraps as tidy as possible. Okay, so lay this down. Take your left-hand side of the wire, pick up a crystal, a bead, whatever you're using. Thread it on, and then we're going to pop this wire from the right-hand side through that crystal as well. That's why we're using a 28 gauge wire, so that you can pass it through 2 times. And I'm just going to gently pull this down, trying to keep it even on either side, so I'm pulling both sides. Now what I've found easiest, and I'll show you in just a sec, I'll get this down a little bit further. I sat here making a pair yesterday and I thought there's got to be an easier way to do this. And if you sit and think long enough, something comes to your mind usually. I've got a weight here. This is quite a heavy weight. I don't know how much to tell you that would weigh, but it's quite heavy. I'm going to place that on there. So if you've got something heavy that you can place on the ends of your wire like that, it just holds it in place and makes the job so much easier. And now I'm going to pull these down. And as I pull down, when I get close enough, I'm going to get my 2 thumbs here, and I've got my fingers underneath, but I'm going to press down on that. And most of the time it will pop into place for you. You'll hear it go, you know, like you'll hear a little pop noise, but sometimes it doesn't. So don't worry if it doesn't. Just get it down as close as you can. Remove the weight. And then just check it and see how well you've got that down there. And if it's not nice and neat and tidy, then just grab hold of mine's pretty good. I'm just still going to give it a little bit of a tighten. Grab hold of a pair of pliers and the wire, put your finger on the bead, and just give it, like, don't pull, you know, like there's no tomorrow. Just give it a little gentle tugs on each side just to make sure that bead's sitting in place. So just little gentle tugs and supporting it while you're doing that. Okay, mine's in place. I'm going to push that further up to the top there. And then I'm going to wrap again. So we're going to do 6 wraps again, or the 6.5 wraps. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then bring it back up through the center. You always want your wire to be in the center like that. Push them up, and then do the same thing on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then bring it up through to the center again, and then push your little coils up. Okay, I'll do one more with you, and then I'll come back when I've completed this. We're going to put 11 beads on in total. So picking up that one on the left hand side, poking this one through on the right hand side, and try and keep your wires, this is hard for me under the camera, but try and keep your wires as straight as you can so you don't get kinks in it, because it just makes it harder to pulling the wrong side there. I want to pull this side. Yeah, if you get kinks in your wire, it just makes it harder. Yeah, because you've got the wire going through the bead twice. And also to try and keep your wire, so my wire got twisted there. So try and keep it without any twists, like, you know, wrapped around the wrong way. So just keep your eye on that. Okay, time to bring in my weight. Pop that down. Give it a pull. Try and do it evenly from both sides too. And then see, that one just clicked straight into place. That one went in beautifully. So I'm glad you got a chance to see that. Not that the other one went in badly, but I have had ones where they haven't gone in as well. So I don't need to pull on that with my pliers. It's in perfectly. So then I'm going to wrap around again, do the 6 wraps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and the half, so that my wire's in the center again. Okay, then you'll do the same thing on the other side and just keep going till you've got 11 beads. These are 3mm beads. They're, what do you call them? Rondelle beads. So I would call that facing downwards. They're going sideways, but they're facing downwards. You could use round beads. What was I going to say? Round beads. Yeah, just play around and see what beads look nice. But if you're going to do a bigger bead, like a 4mm or anything, you'd need to do more wraps in between. Otherwise, your beads will be trying to jump on top of each other. Okay, so I'll come back when I've added all of these, and then we'll continue on with the earring. Okay, I just wanted to pop it back in for a second to show you what can happen. Now, if you can see here, you can see that I did the weight and everything on it, but this bead would not pop down into place. And you can see how it's lying there. So if you get one that looks like that, this is what I want you to do to fix it. Make sure, just push that bead up so it's standing up nice and straight, like that. Grab your pliers. Don't push down too hard on the bead at the moment. Just support it gently with your thumb, and as you pull your, I don't want to say pull because you were doing it gently. As you're pulling it gently, just put a little bit more pressure on that bead. Like that on one side, turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. But you must make sure that you pull that bead so it's sitting straight up. If you try and do it the way that it was laying, your wires are just going to get caught and they won't behave the way that they should. As you can see, that's sitting nicely in place now. Okay, so I'll come back when I'm finished doing that. I just wanted to show you that, guys, just in case you come across that problem. I won't be long. Okay, back with you. And okay, I've got my 11 beads on now, so we're just going to finish this off by wrapping 6 wraps around each of the wires. So 3, 4, 5, 6, compressing that down. Same on the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Compressing that down. And then just doing any adjustments. If you need to move everything up, just move it all up. I'm just going to bring that one up into the center again, and that one up into the center again, like that. Now you can either cut your wires off, or you can do what I'm going to do here, which is hold on to it and pull and twist at the same time. And if you're going to do that, make sure you do it up into the center so that there's no wires hanging off the side to stick into you or catch on anything. Okay, so only a little bit of wire left over, so that was pretty good measurement, the 90 centimeters. You could probably, I don't know, 80 centimeters maybe if you wanted to be, you know, a bit tight with your wire. Okay, I'm just going to straighten things up there a bit. That's what I mean by hammering in the start. Your wire will be a lot stiffer and you won't get it misshapen. Mine's not too bad, but it could have been better if I had hammered it. I don't know why I forgot that step, I just did. Okay, so now I'm going to grab a pair of my fine nose pliers. We're going to grab the end of this wire here, and we're going to bend it over. And then grabbing it from this angle. And then I'm going to turn it over and do the same. I've got a dog here bumping my elbow. Lady, go away. Lady. She wants me to pet her. Stop it. No, get your nose out of the way. She was laying down asleep. Now all of a sudden she decided she wants my attention. Okay, I'm just going to get those nice and flat like that. All right, I'm going to have to stop for a minute and move this dog because I don't have any arm space. Sorry about that. Be back in a sec. Okay, back with you. I think I've got her settled in another room. We'll see if she comes back in again. I didn't close the door. I just left it ajar a bit. Okay, so we've crossed them over. And as you saw, I straightened them with that there. Like that. I'm flustered now. What was I going to say? Excuse me. Oh, it doesn't matter. I wasn't going to say anything. Okay, so now we're going to grab this underneath wire here, as you can see there. And I'm grabbing that almost in the middle, not quite, just off to the side a little bit. And I'm going to bend that wire up. Oops, if I can hold on to it. Grab hold of it, Linda, and bend it up. Like that. And then just straighten it up. Okay, I'm going to come in with my bent nose pliers, and why I'm just going to straighten it a little bit more, and why I'm using these is because they've got such a small nose on them. I can grab in there without damaging my crystal or anything like that, so I can hold on to that. I'm just going to grab this wire and bring it around like that. And I'm going to tighten that up. Then grab my cutters, and I'm going to come in there and cut that wire. And finish tightening this up and pushing down that burr. There we go. I've got my flat nose pliers just because I like using them. Tighten it up a little bit more. And I'm just going to bend that off to the side a little ways like that. Grab my cutters. Take some, just enough, you just need enough to turn a loop around those pliers. And, oops. Oh dear. And turn a loop. We're turning that to the side. And that's a pathetic loop, Linda. Okay, just going to cut a little bit of that off. Actually, no, I'll see. I'll finish doing this before I cut any, just to make sure. Measure one, measure, what is it? Measure twice, cut once. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that looks all right. Just straighten him up now. Okay, well, that's pretty much the mechanics of the earring. So now I'm just going to use my, most of you will probably have one of these mandrels. So I'm just going to use this one, and I'm going to find the center, which would be the sixth bead. So you've got 5 on each side, and then you've got your 6th one in the middle. Look, down here on the handle. And I'm just going to gently press that around here to shape it. Just bringing it up into a nice shape. Removing it off the mandrel. I didn't get that very straight. So I'm going to pop it back on again and just push up on one side. Hopefully I got that right now. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Straighten that guy up there a little bit. I still don't like that shape. So I'm just going to hold that back down while I push the front up. Have a look at that, that's better. That looks much better. Okay, all it's left to do is make a little pair of ear wires. So I'm going to grab some 20 gauge wire and flush cut it. And I'm going to cut off about 3 centimeters. That looks about, yeah, that looks about right to me. So 2 of those, flush cut again. Hope I've left enough there for myself. I think I have. I'm going to turn a loop on one end. And if it's not a nice round shape, just trim it up. Make a nice round shape. Do the same thing on the other one. It's always best to do these in pairs if you can, so that you get a matching pair. Okay, now I'm going to put both both of those together and on my pliers like that, and then I'm just going to bend them just over gently so I get a nice arch in them, which I think looks nice about there, maybe a little bit more. So this is a little bit of a different earwire. I'm not sure if you've seen this one done before, but well, probably not, because I just thought of it the other day. But then again, quite often you see things somewhere else and you forget about them, and then they pop back into your head, but you know, you don't remember where you saw it, or even if you did see it anywhere else. So I don't know whether this is an original design or not. I don't have a clue. All right, I'm just going to cut a little bit off these now that I know they're going to be too long. And I'm going to, you don't have to do these together, just do the width of your pliers, just turn up a little end on it, just kick up a tail like that. Again, the width of your pliers, kick up a tail. Now I'll grab the earring, open up that little, actually I'm going to hammer those first, just to give them a bit of strength. So with your rubber mallet, give them a good hammer, get them nice and strong. Just sitting here thinking then, I wonder if there's not many of my videos, I know for sure, that I don't do hammering in. Always going to be hammering something. But it's part of the process. Okay. So I'm going to open this little loop up now. Oh, Linda, open that properly. Hopefully that's enough. And I'm connecting it to this end here where we turned the loop on the end of it. So make sure you get it on the right way. That's the right way. And close up. Oh, all thumbs today. Close up a little loop. And then pop your ear wire through and just check that it sits nicely in there, that you could fit an earring back on if you wanted to. So mine, I couldn't, so I'm going to close that up a little bit. And that would fit an earring back on it. See how nice that little arch looks in that? I think that's lovely. So I'll pop it on the other one as well. Didn't open that up enough. I'm still not going to get it on that way. Oh my goodness, these things are sent to test us, aren't they? Sometimes I swear to God. Okay, you're still not going to let me in. Oh, come on. Be nice. Oh, well, I'm not going to fiddle with that. That's really annoying me at the moment. Anyway, you get the idea. That's our little earring. I'll show you the other one up with it, even though it hasn't got the ear wire on it. And I just think, don't you think, well, I think, and hopefully you think too, that those that particular colour green in the crystal is beautiful. Oh, what did I do there? I'll have to go and fix that. I've got a little bit of wire there that I didn't coil properly. Oh, bum. Anyway, I'll fix that up. That's not a problem. So I think these would make a lovely Christmas present. I know Christmas is just around the corner. It's coming way, way, way too fast. I can't believe it. Feels like we just had Christmas a couple of weeks ago. A lovely Christmas present. You know, whatever you want to sell them at markets or online or, you know, whatever. I think this is a lovely little pair of hoop earrings, and they just catch the light so beautifully. Hopefully you can see that, how sparkly they are. Okay, so that's our little tutorial for this week. At Facebook group, I'll leave a link down the bottom if you'd like to join our Facebook group. People posting some beautiful work on there, so if you'd like to get some inspiration, I post my work on there, work that I don't do here on YouTube. If you'd like to join, it's a private group, so you know, it's a safe group. You're not going to get any scammers or spammers or anything like that there. So if you'd you know, like to join, as I said, I'll leave the link down the bottom. I have something lovely for you for next week. I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, I think it's lovely, and I'm looking forward to showing you. So anyway, guys, you know, stay safe. I'll catch you all next week. So stay safe and go out there and make something beautiful. Bye, guys.